We have Anna from Georgia State University here to tell us a little bit about where she is in her program and why she chose neuroscience at all.
Yeah. So like Sarah said, I'm Anna. I am a first-year PhD student at Georgia State University. So I think I had kind of a weird path into neuroscience. In high school, I was really much more interested in a lot of social sciences. I didn't, science was fine, but it wasn't ever something I was super passionate about until I really started seeing some of the ways that I think that neuroscience connects to a lot of social sciences and a lot of the ways that, to understand human behavior and understand just the way that people work, neuroscience is an important part of that. And so throughout college, I majored in neuroscience in undergrad, but I minored in economics, and I certainly took a lot of other classes, just to learn more about what makes up this very unique human behavior that we are around all of the time and ourselves experience. And so that was really, really neat for me as I kind of grew more and more into this love for neuroscience. And ultimately, I decided to continue to pursue this in graduate school because it continued to feel more and more like the upcoming avenue. So being able to research human behavior and the, underpinnings of that at the neurobiological level was so exciting to me. So now I actually just joined a lab that deals with schizophrenia and novelty detection and the ways that those things are related. So, schizophrenia is both a devastating disorder, but also a really interesting way to look at a lot of human behavior and a lot of human cognition and a lot of human emotion and all of these things. And so I am really excited to take this integrated approach of both basic neuroscience and also translational neuroscience that hopefully someday I will be able to use to kind of connect back into the social sciences world through any various means of science communication or policy. So
no, that's so interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of avenues in neuroscience, like it's interdisciplinary. That's really interesting. A minor in economics?
Yeah. I was actually, whenever I came in, was deciding between neuroscience and economics because I thought they were both really interesting ways. And I still think neuroeconomics is a really cool field because of the way that it looks at human decision-making and those trade-offs that we make every day. So that was something that I'm really glad that I was able to kind of undertake.
No, that's really cool. So you're currently researching schizophrenia in your PhD program. After a PhD, like what's next? Are you staying in academia? Would you go into more of this, what people consider alternative careers, but they're not really alternative careers?
Yeah, no, I currently don't have plans actually to stay in academia. Of course, anything can change, but I think that neuroscience is very unique among the sciences and that it is extremely, or should be really translatable to so many other fields. So I think one step in that is science communication, being able to communicate the findings of neuroscience into, ways to make people's lives better, to make programs more effective. All of these kinds of things I think are really, really important ways that neuroscience can be used. And I think my own personal passion is that I hope that it will connect into a lot of the nonprofit industries that I think are a lot of times underserved by science. So,
yeah, no, that's really cool. So I imagine when you're in the lab doing your research, you might have like a data analyzing playlist. What would be on that playlist?
It varies day to day. So if I need a pick me up, I have my own Spotify playlist that I've carefully curated called Anna's Good Morning Sunshine playlist. And that is really my go-to. It picks me up every time. But if I need something a little bit more chill, really anything by the Avett Brothers is number one for me, but I have a broad mix of music. So
okay.
Those are my top two.
Look out for that playlist on Spotify.
Definitely. It's my pride and joy.
So what are your hobbies around Atlanta? Have you had a lot of time to discover the area? Did you go here for undergrad or?
Yeah, so I went to undergrad in Virginia and I'm originally from Houston, so Atlanta's very new for me, but I really have loved, I think a silver lining for me of moving to Atlanta during a pandemic is that I've really gotten to explore a lot of the parks, a lot of the, just trails nearby. I live like 15 minutes from the Chattahoochee River, and so I've really gotten to do a lot of trails near there, and my goal is to pick up hiking in the next year as like a serious endeavor. So that's probably one of my top things.
Okay. Yeah, there's like Stone Mountain. Anyone I've talked to has been like, you got to go to Stone Mountain. Amicalola Falls is absolutely gorgeous. I do recommend taking a day hike there.
I haven't been there yet.
Lots of waterfalls. Is there any advice that you would give to someone who maybe is just starting out in science or just garnering an interest?
Yeah, I think knowing that it's not, all memorizing or all, it's not all just knowing, the textbook definitions of things, but really finding ways that it connects to your passions, whether that's for me, it was working on social justice issues in high school. But even if it's, something like working on art, I know a lot of people who connected their artwork to science. If it's, things like sports, anything really, I think has this connection to science because it's such a fundamental building block to whatever we do. So find what you're passionate about and see how that connects, and let that drive you in whatever direction you want to go.
That's really good advice. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else that, like closing remarks, I guess?
I would just say, definitely always look out for the resources. I think all of the universities that are involved in the Brain Bee want to be here to support you. And so just never hesitate to reach out to those around you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anna, for agreeing to do this interview.
Thank you.